What is your relationship?
Kasolo is an icon in Ukambani, first of all. So he's a boy from the wood. Yes. He's from my place. Yeah. And there is an inspiration, a source of inspiration. Isonke Tole is what all of us who have or consider to have made it in life really found inspiration in that, when he sang that song, he sang for so many of us. That's our story. And so besides being a gospel musician, besides being a friend, and a very close one, when I lost my mom a month ago, he was with me throughout. He came for the burial as well. So mine here is just to celebrate Kasolo and Grace, wish them well. In any case, seeing our gospel musicians getting married at a time like this when there's so much controversy about life and family values, I think it's a very great thing. We all want our families to be rooted in Christian faith, and people, when they find love, to establish it in God and grow in God. So what Steve and Grace have done is a great thing, and I'm here to congratulate them, to wish them well as they begin. Pray that their marriage and their union will be established, and that they will grow to produce a great family, and that there will be so many Graces and Kasolos and Steves coming out of this union.
Amazing. Unajua neno ndoa kwako si geni sana. Kwa hivyo nina imani kwamba unaweza kuwa na words of advice kwako.
Yes.
What would you like to tell them?
I've been married for 26 years myself, so I think the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that speaks about love. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not proud, love does not keep a record of wrongdoing. I think that's what they need to base their love on, because life is real in marriage. It starts with a lot of hype, but when the dust settles down, you are human beings, you make mistakes, you annoy one another. And I think besides the glamour and the color of the wedding day, this is just a celebration. The real marriage begins this evening, when we leave them, when all we retreat to our places, and they are both of them, Grace and Steve. They will have to find a way to live with one another. And I think family being the basic unit of society, that's why we should find forgiveness and love and perseverance, and people should find ways of living with one another. Like I've told you, I've been married for 26 years. It has not been a bed of roses. There has been ups and downs. There are times we didn't have anything. We have experienced much and plenty and lack and also on. But it's those experiences that refine you and make you a better human being. And as you give birth to children, you bring them up in the fear of God, and they find the values established in the family. That's how we can make a great nation, which is rooted in family values, where children find love between parents and perseverance, and where they learn the values of teamwork, where they find the values of cooperation and working together. So for me, is to wish them well and pray that they will succeed in their marriage. Wow. Wish them God's blessing. It takes God for a marriage to stand.
Wow.
Maybe a quick one. I know you have experience of so many years in marriage, and young people outside there are making wrong decisions all the time.
Yes.
What do you tell them?
I want to tell them to know that marriage is real, it's life. So in life we make mistakes, we make wrong decisions. The idea is to accept yourself. Where you make a mistake, pick yourself up. I have been there for 26 years, not because we are angels, but we've seen it all. We have fallen, we have risen. There are times we felt like we should, call it quits. There are times when it was not as enjoyable. There are times when we have enjoyed God's blessings. It's real life. It's real life with all its bouquet of and blend of life experiences, good and bad. That's why they say for better or worse, for rich or poor. In other words, it's all those experiences going through them together. But the joy of it is that you hold each other, you stand on each other's shoulders, you support one another. When the chips are down, when one is low, when one is, experiencing challenges, there's somebody to hold your hand. And marriage is the best support that you can get. If you can get the support of your spouse, if you can get the support of your wife or your husband, you can get that person standing by you, then you are okay. That life will be, you're sure life will be okay. So for me, it's about perseverance. Persevere with one another. Don't expect there to be a bed of roses. It's going to be challenging. Sometimes we make it look like it's going to be like a wedding day but try every day to make it the best that you can.
Wow. Okay, maybe the daktari tukimalizia, maybe what gift have you brought for our lovely couple?
Wedding, no couples.
Imeshawana sasa. Sasa mimi najua maisha ni ngumu. Najua kwamba kila mtu angelipenda kwa maana maisha yamebadilika, sio wakati unaletea watu microwave na waletea pesa. Kuja na M-Pesa iko loaded. Kusema tu blessings, but I've brought myself to show first we are friends and I wish them well. But more than that, I didn't come empty-handed.
You're still the CEO. Yes. Yeah, you're doing an amazing job. Wasanii wameregister. You know, for the first time I think mmevunja record ya wasanii wameregister.
Tuko na over 16,000 now.
I know. Lakini leo Bien ameshare. Kila mtu aniangalie. 14,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah, na wasanii wengi pia wameshare. Na inaonekana kwamba for the first time wasanii kwanza wamereceive more than they've been receiving.
They used to get 1,000. Kila mtu aniangalie tafadhali upande huu. There is actually the highest I think has received 330,000. I can't, I'm not sure who it is, but someone has received 330,000. I think the highest is the statement. The statement is here. So I'm going to call people to go by the highest 330. The lowest I think is please just wait. And Goko the chef together with Delicious Cuisine, they have a lot of food. It's the highest, and that was received 330,000. So naomba hii meza simameni,
so this is the first time wamepata pesa nyingi.
Lakini pasta zitasabiwa na wazazi. Because they used to get 1,000. And remember, we are doing this with our license. We went through a lot of challenges with the regulator. Our hope is that now, once we streamline things, musicians will make money.
Wow.
We had a choice to make when we got some 15 million, whether to distribute or not to distribute. And we knew some would be happy, others would be happy. Depends on airplay. If you look at this statement, it depends on the airplay. If your music is not playing, you get little, but there are some that the music is doing well in the market, so they've gotten quite something. And we use scientific distribution to ensure that everybody receives according to the airplay. There could be one or two things here that we are rectifying, but at least we made a decision. Let us distribute, let us get them something. And it's a statement of intent that we are committed to ensure that the welfare of musicians is taken care of. The idea was not really, we would have held on that money, but we were like, we have it, and it's for distribution, it's for musicians. Let us give it out. It's the first time since I joined about a year ago that we had something to distribute. And like I've said, this is money we are distributing without a license. We've not had a license since 2019. The Matatu industry has not paid since 2019. Most of the hotels here, most of the public places where music is being played, there is no license. We are now talking to the government and the Parliamentary Committee on Sports and the Arts, and we are hoping that things will be streamlined very soon, and the Corporate Act will be amended to ensure that the relationship between the regulator and the CMOs is improved. So obviously, there are good times ahead.
So to the artists ambao pengine